So this is the turmeric drum polisher made by the Teewave Technologies of Hyderabad, and they have actually understood the problem from our side, from a farmer's perspective, and they tried to find a solution to to alleviate some of the pressure that a farmer has in terms of expenditure relating to boiling costs. Typically, what happens is that the farmers immediately upon harvesting, they do the boiling, and boiling is both a time consuming as well as a very expensive process. And upon boiling, what they do is to dry the rhizomes for about a week's time, and thereafter that is ready for the market. That is how it usually is. But then without boiling, we can still do this slicing of the turmeric and then turmeric rhizomes and then dry it, and that's just about as fast as a method, while at the same time it also helps us in retaining the volatile oils of turmeric, as well as the curcumin content also is retained, and there is not much loss there. So therefore I requested the Teewave Technologies to help us out in finding a solution, and they did find a solution which is very satisfactory to me, and I have used this for polishing about more than 3 tons of turmeric already, and I find this to be a very, very efficient and convenient method and beneficial for the farming community at large. Now let us see how it is designed. There is a simple drum which has perforations, and these perforations actually help in abrading the skin of the turmeric, fresh turmeric, and through an abrasive action the turmeric is made to shed some of its scales and unwanted material, including some dirt and some soil particles, etc. So now this is the empty drum there, and this is run by a small motor of along with a gearbox, and it operates through a very simple technology of on and off, and this power is about 1 HP motor. They use 1 HP motor for this, and there is a solid stand, because 1 HP motor, it will create some vibration to ensure that the vibration doesn't hurt. So they have also given a nice stand for this, and this appears to be a stable machine. Even I have operated it for almost continuously for about 10 days at a stretch with some reasonable breaks, and there was no breakdown at all. So it stood the test of heavy operations, and we can see as it is getting used by our system. So now this is fresh rhizomes which have just been harvested and cleaned by our people. Takes about 20 kilograms at a time, and typically about 15 to 20 minutes is the time that it takes to complete the whole process, and it can move both clockwise as well as anti-clockwise. So that kind of makes it doubly efficient to that effect, and this works in a very simple way. The technology is very simple, and only for convenience I have used this wire just to close it temporarily, but otherwise there is a proper locking system for this. Just to show for this particular video I have used it just to make it faster. Okay, and it can be operated from there. Rolling around itself, and you can see the dust gathering here. You can see that. as you can see, that was the one this boy is holding was the fresh rhizome, which was before the polishing, and this one is after the polishing. You can see the difference. Just a 15-minute or a maximum of 20-minute operation, and we find such a striking difference. And now this is highly amenable for slicing because there is no dirt, no soil, and also the scales are completely removed, so it becomes very easy for the slicing operation as well, for which we have another machine which we use, and immediately after slicing it goes into the sun for sun drying, and that works beautifully. Okay, after the operation for about 15 to 20 minutes, now we request this boy to open, and you can see the turmeric falling, and there is some quantity there. This is inside also, and this is the polished version of the fresh turmeric, and that is cleaned and sun dried for about half a day, and after that we have exposed it to this particular operation. And this is a very satisfactory way of concluding this processing. A very, very significant step of polishing has been done without boiling and without drying in the sun for almost a week. So I have a belief that I may have saved anything up to 15 to 25,000 rupees through this particular methodology, and this is something which I will recommend for two reasons. Number one, cost factor, and number two, the loss of curcumin which happens because of boiling can be easily avoided, and higher the curcumin, higher the price in the market. So therefore this point should not be missed by my farmer friends who want to cultivate turmeric. And turmeric is, though it's a cash crop, it's also extremely expensive in terms of production costs, because the labor itself is going to be very high. And here we can save a lot of money through this particular methodology. And I'm grateful to Messrs. Teewave Technologies, who have responded to our farmers' problem with great sensitivity and came up with a very simple yet efficient and economical kind of a model for the farmers' benefit. This whole machine system is not going to cost us more than about 25 to 30,000 rupees. Depending upon the capacities that we are looking at, the price may increase a little bit, but this one is something which I can personally recommend and vouch for its efficiency. Over the last 1 month or so I've been using it, and I haven't faced any problem with respect to this particular machine.